Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in for another video. My name is Sarah and a very happy Independence Day to all my fellow Indians. So in today's video we're going to be seeing all those important events that defines India's journey from the time of independence from 1947 until the present day. So let's quickly get into the video.
So the first one being the partition in 1947 is one of the most defining moments of India's history. The British India was divided into two countries, India and Pakistan, along sectarian lines. More than 2 lakh people were killed in ensuing riots and 14 million displaced. So in the second place we have right to vote. From the very first day after independence, India gave every adult the right to vote. Railway network nationalization. Railways network was nationalized in 1951 and was initially divided into 3 zones. Indian Railways is now one of the world's largest railway networks, comprising of 119,630 kilometers of tracks with 7,216 stations. The first general elections. India took a democratic leap by conducting its first general elections in 1951, with Congress registering a thumping victory by winning 364 of the 489 seats. Jawaharlal Nehru became India's first Prime Minister. First Asian Games. India hosted the first ever Asian Games in the year 1951 in New Delhi. Asia's first nuclear reactor. India designed and built Asia's first nuclear reactor, Apsara nuclear reactor, on August 4th, 1956. The first movie nominated for Oscars. Mother India, directed by Mehboob Khan, was the first Indian movie to be nominated for the Best Foreign Language Film Oscar in 1958. Green Revolution. The Green Revolution in India in 1960 saw an increase in food grain production with development of high-yielding varieties of wheat and pulses. The 1962 Sino-India War. The trigger for the war between India and China was a border issue, with the Chinese side refusing to accept the McMahon Line and line of actual control. The war ended with China declaring a ceasefire in a month. Bank nationalization. 14 banks were nationalized by the government on July 19, 1969. The second wave of nationalization in banking came into effect on April 1980. White Revolution. In 1970, India saw the White Revolution, which is the Operation Flood, the world's biggest dairy development program pioneered by Verghese Kurian. It transformed India from a milk-deficient nation into the world's largest milk producer. The Simla Agreement. India and Pakistan signed the pact in 1972 to settle their differences by peaceful means, bilateral negotiations. Chipko Moment. The Chipko Andolan was a forest conservation movement in India. It began in 1973 in Reni village of Chamoli district, Uttarakhand. The Pokhran 1. India conducted its first nuclear test, code-named as the Smiling Buddha, in the year 1974. With this, India broke its list of 5 nuclear-powered nations. The first Indian satellite made. India designed first space satellite in 1975, named it after astronomer Aryabhatta. India wins its first Cricket World Cup. In 1983, India under Kapil Dev defeated the West Indies by 43 runs to win its first ever World Cup. India sends a man into space in 1984. India sent its first astronaut Rakesh Sharma into space in 1984 in a joint mission with the Soviet Union. The Bhopal gas tragedy. The Bhopal disaster was a gas leak incident on the night of December 3rd, 1984 at the Union Carbide India Limited pesticide plant in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, that killed more than 3,000 people and left thousands with disabilities. India hosts the World Cup. In 1987, Cricket World Cup was held in India and Pakistan. the first such tournament to be held outside England. Australia lifted the trophy for the first time. The 1990 Kuwait aircraft. In the year 1990, aircraft of Indians from Kuwait were carried out from August 13, 1990 to October 20th, 1990 after the invasion of Kuwait. Air India helped evacuate nearly 175,000 people. The 91 globalization of economy. Indian economy opened the doors for free trade by foreign investors. Rajiv Gandhi assassinated. The then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated by the Liberation Tigers of Tamil while on a campaign trail at Sriperumbudur on May 21st, 1991. The Pokhran II. India conducted a series of 5 nuclear bomb tests at Pokhran, Rajasthan in May 1998 under the code name Operation Shakti. It led to India becoming a full-fledged nuclear state. New states created. The new states of Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand were formed on the 1st, 9th and 15th of November 2000 respectively. Changed the count of Indian states from 25 to 28. The Golden Quadrilateral Project. In 2001, the Vajpayee government launched the Golden Quadrilateral, the largest highway project in India, connecting 4 major cities of Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata. The Right to Information Act. The RTI Act was passed by Parliament in 2005, throwing government departments open to scrutiny and helping people to acquire any information they want from government officials. MGNREGA Act. The Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Development Act, which is the largest work guarantee program in the world, was enacted in 2005 with the primary objective of guaranteeing 100 days of wage employment per year to rural households. The 2004 tsunami. A huge tsunami triggered by a massive undersea earthquake in the Indian Ocean killed an estimated 10,000 people in India, affecting the states of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Andaman. The Chandrayaan-1. India successfully launched Chandrayaan in October 2008 to explore the moon. One of the greatest achievements of Chandrayaan was the discovery of water molecules in the lunar soil. The first gold medal in Olympics. Abhinav Bindra won the gold medal in the 10-meter air rifle event at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing. He became the first Indian to win an individual gold medal at the Olympic Games. The Right to Education Act. Parliament passed the RTE Bill in 2009, making education a fundamental right of every child and bridged the gap between different classes of society. It requires all private schools to reserve 25% seats for poor children. First indigenous nuclear submarine launched. On July 26, 2009, India launched INS Arihant, the country's first indigenous nuclear submarine armed with ballistic missile with a range of 3,500 kilometers. The Commonwealth Games 2010. India hosted the 2010 Commonwealth Games in Delhi. For the first time in history of the Games, India won over 100 medals and stood second after Australia. India's victorious second Cricket World Cup win. On April 2, 2011, India lifted the Cricket World Cup for the second time under the captaincy of our dear Mahendra Singh Dhoni by defeating Sri Lanka in the finals. Polio eradication. In March 2014, the World Health Organization certified the Southeast Asian region, which includes India, a polio-free region. India launches its own GPS system. India successfully launched the NAVIC, which is the Navigation with Indian Constellation, an independent regional navigation satellite system on par with US-based GPS. The demonetization. In 2016, the government announced demonetization of Rs 500 and 1000 bank notes. Goods and Services Tax is one indirect tax for the whole nation and became effective from July 1st, 2017. It is the resultant tax after subsuming major central and state taxes. Chandrayaan-2. In India's quest to land its first spacecraft on the moon, Chandrayaan-2, riding the powerful GSLV Mk3 rocket, was successfully launched at 2:43 p.m. on July 22nd from the Satish Dhawan Space Center at Sriharikota. Finally, in 2020, let us hope and pray that India will definitely be one of the countries to find a COVID vaccine and protect us and take us out of this current situation and make us go back to normal.